gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Don't bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. And now you're playing with matches, come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Don't bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Don't bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. You know who it is, coming round again. We wanna dose of this, right now it's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blaze, 소리처럼 내 이름 잊지 못하게 loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top, 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bag, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when I start to talk like that, oh, you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 래퍼. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? We're so tough. Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. Go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this?
Let's go.
See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지. 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아. 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여. I'm trouble and you running it, I'm so cold. When I move that way you gon' be so blown. I'm the realest in the game, said I'm on fire with the blade. You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. We're so tough, let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. day? Should we show them how we do it every day? Let's get it. Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali don't stop, Kali don't skirt, Kali got a job, Kali got a word. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 든 a buffet, 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit? 이건 문 열지 마, that's a rough day. Don't give any more cause I'm better than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking babe. 부름하고 message monopoly. 눈종이 돈이 나 real money 필요 없대. 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. The mission 눈을 못 떼 멋져 그래 너도 get it cause I got it different. All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it in, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like boom, boom, blow your mind. Never giving less and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. When I go, it's for gold. Get it cool, but I'm cold. I don't fit in a mold. I'm a rebel. I don't do what you say. Making moves, I don't wait while I smile in your face. I got different DNA. What's higher than the top? That's me. Come take a look before falling on my feet. 조용히 몸을 숙여봐. So take a look, 나를 기억해요, queen. All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it in, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like boom, boom, blow your mind. Never giving less and
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to the EDL preseason tournament of finals. I am Clutch with play-by-play, joined by Matt Pizza, the color caster. Matt Pizza, it's been a very long time. How's it going, my man?
It has been a very long time. What is it? It's been like almost half a year around there since the last time we did anything like this, you know? Right? Like
I don't think it's been half a year, Matt Pizza.
When was the last time we streamed? It was the finals for EGL, right?
That is very true, Matt Pizza. So
it was the
we got into this, right? BDE Lucid and AH Tyranny. BDE Lucid, obviously, BDE did win silver last season. Coming back, new roster, completely different from the roster that did play in EDL last season, and have found themselves in the finals yet again. So obviously, things are going well for BDE. Their coaching staff doing an exceptional job as we are into the draft. For the side of AH Tyranny, new to the tournament, haven't really seen them. A couple of their recognizable mid laner Lengmo, AK Netazroni, that some of you might know, exceptional player, a superstar in the IBS scene. Matt Pizza, what are you looking for both of these teams in this draft?
Well, honestly, this draft, I personally haven't been keeping that much up with pro play, and in terms of any competitive, so not really going into this kind of blind. But I do know lethal tempo kind of busted, so I'm expecting to see a lot of like lethal tempo abuses, like something like set in the top lane, just fucking punch, and other than that, I have seen a lot of streamers use Corki, so maybe we'll see a Corki pick out of what the mid laners.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the Corki will come out. Now, bans for the side of BD Lucid, we have the Trundle, Talon, Aurelia taken away, so these 80 options. And for the side of AH Tyranny, we have the Jarvan, Seraphine, Tristana. So we'll see what BDE is going to go for that first pick. BDE Lucid, I got to catch a couple of their games. One person I do want to shout out on their team, their ADC Jin Foil Hat, obviously Jin player, played exceptionally well this entire tournament so far. The bot lane for BDE, Jin Foil Hat, and Umi Wakanai, probably butchered that, but an exceptional support, both new to the scene. And Galio going to be picked up first here for BDE Lucid.
Yeah, and it's a good flex pick, right? We can have either Galio mid or Galio support, so not really showing any of their cards, just that they know they have the cross-map pressure coming from Galio, so they could be looking for some type of wombo with Galio, like Galio Hecarim or something like that.
Yeah, it could be the Galio Hecarim coming through. Now for the side of AH Tyranny, taking the Jin, obviously going to be the pick away from Jin Foil at the AD carry position, exceptionally well on the Jin. Now we'll see if he's going to go towards something like the Ezreal. I believe he did play that yesterday. That was his kind of go-to ADC after the Jin was taken away. Now, obviously, there are stronger ADCs. I think Jinx is still pretty strong right now, obviously, with the lethal tempo. Caitlyn, very strong. As it looks like BDE Lucid, they're just going for the super simple, we're just going to hit R and we're just going to win the team fight, as the Amumu now being picked up.
I mean, yeah, like, we keep it simple, go to the basics, right? We hit the wombo combos, we press our funny alt buttons, and should be really good, right? As long as we're able to get multiple people in our ults, like Amumu ult straight into a Galio ult. That is just a disgusting team fight right there. And then you have Kai'Sa Killer Instinct going in 1v5 with the rest of the team. So a lot of follow-up right now on this engage type team that BDE is drafting.
Yeah, and Kai'Sa, I think, not really, super strong right now. But obviously, it's IBS. The meta, it doesn't really matter. You just pick what you're good at. But obviously, Kai'Sa can follow up from very far away on the Amumu, on the Galio with her Killer Instinct on the ultimate. Obviously applies with CC. For the side of AH Tyranny, they have the Morgana, have the Jin. Third pick, they're really thinking about this one, but they are going to be going with the Nocturne. So going to be looking to dive into BDE.
This is an interesting draft from both teams, right? Like, considering that BDE showed the Galio, Amumu, and Kai'Sa, you would assume that they're going for a dive comp, right? And AH Tyranny, instead of like playing a defensive comp, instead of like a peel back, like disengage time comp, they're just like, you know what? We're gonna send it in as well. Let's pick the Nocturne, we're going in, and we'll see whichever team goes in better. The Nocturne or the Galio, Mumu, Kai'Sa right now. Like, obviously BDE Lucid has better engage, but AH Tyranny, they have the range. They have a Jhin that can just stay far away from the Mumu, from the Galio, and Nocturne can just go in. But Nocturne needs some type of follow-up in order for it to actually make a dent into their team.
Yeah, and stylistically from AH Tyranny, again, this team, they like to play around their solo laners. You have Downfall in the top lane. He's looked very good this entire tournament. Lengmo has been their MVP superstar in the mid lane. So picking that Nocturne, going to be looking to target those solo laners. We'll see what Downfall in the jungle is going to be able to do to get his solo laners ahead. Very safe bot lane. Jhin Morgana, I mean, not really much is going to happen. Should be able to survive that one. And for the side of BDE Lucid, obviously, they're going to be picking the kill bot lane. They're going to be trying to dive this bot lane. They want to put AH Tyranny's bot lane so far behind that the game just becomes a 3v5.
Mm-hmm. And in order to like try to limit the engage options, AH Tyranny decided to ban out the Mordekaiser, ban out the Malphite, and BDE Lucid, they decided to target the mid laner. They took out the Victor and the LeBlanc, trying to really limit what mids AH Tyranny can play here.
There's still obviously, I mean, one thing he does play is the Veigar, which I was about to say. He played it yesterday, absolutely popped off on the Veigar. It's such a disgusting low elo pick. Veigar just does not get punished. He's allowed to farm, and he infinitely scales. Like, unironically, he literally infinitely will scale. So the later and later you go, you're eventually just getting this mid laner that is a literal nuke in team fights. You hit one W, your entire team will die. Now, on the flip side, Veigar early game's not a champion. He's going to have no lane prio. He's not going to be able to do anything. So, for the side of BDE Lucid, they lock in that Syndra. Super good at early game prio. Going to be able to shove in this mid and possibly look to dive that bot lane. Again, want to get that bot lane ahead? Syndra, exceptional pick here for BDE Lucid.
Mm-hmm. And just continue to talk about the Viger pick, right? Like, Viger's Cage is so helpful in these team fights, really to stop Galio Mumu engage. And, I mean, now that they have a Dr. Mundo, it's going to be really useful against him. Granted, if his spell shield is down, he won't be able to just walk at everyone. He'll have to just, like, think about what he's going to be doing. Like, he can't just walk into a cage and he's just like, what do I really do here? But like you were saying, Clutch, the Syndra, it's going to be key. If the Syndra is able to push into waves and look to dive, look to coordinate with the rest of the team, then BDE Lucid has a really strong comp. And we see the Fiora pick for the side of AH Tyranny. Now that's a really interesting pick into a team that has so much CC. Because, Clutch, you know I'm a Fiora main, and
I do.
That's not a team I really want to pick Fiora into. I'm going to be 100% honest. So I'm really interested to see what this top laner is able to achieve in such a CC heavy team.
So, to me, it looks like, obviously, just on paper, I think BDE's draft is just so much easier to execute. It's just, like, you literally just, there's small room for error, right? You don't really need to absolutely style on your opponents to beat them with this draft. You just need to play front to back, hit the ult button, and you should win. For this side of AH Tyranny, they're going for the flex on you draft. They're going for we're going to outplay you. Like, we are literally just going to dumpster you so hard that even if you just hit R, you won't win. So, it's going to be interesting to see. I think the Fiora, I mean, we'll see how it's going to go for Downfall. Again, these solo laners are the story for AH Tyranny. And if Downfall is the real deal, we're going to see it this game with that Fiora in the top lane. So much skill expression on that champion, Matt Pizza.
Mm-hmm. And overall, I'm really curious at how these team fights go on. Like, if the Fiora is able to get ahead, right, it doesn't matter how much he sees. The percent health true damage coming in, it's just going to be a huge, like disadvantage, just not wanting the other team to go in. Like, sure, Galio or Mumu, they can just go in, kill the Jhin, get the Nocturne low, get the Viger low. But if they're unable to kill the Fiora, who's really strong, she'll just be able to take over the team fights. She'll be able to ult the Mundo, just, 4 vitals, boom, 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 Chinese Fiora, and just heal up the rest of the team, and there goes your Wombo, right? Like, I'm really excited at how this game's gonna play out.
Yeah, and Matt Pizza, before we head to a break, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you predicting to win this game? Are you going with the BDE Lucid super simple team fight front to back, or are you going with the flex draft on AH Tyranny looking for the big outplays?
Well, Clutch, I see the Fiora pick, and I have to side with the Fiora pick. Like, anything else is irrelevant. I'm a top laner. Top lane is all that matters. My vote is going to AH Tyranny.
All right, and you know what? Just to make it spicy, I'll go with BDE Lucid. I think simplicity is key for IBS. Give them less room for error and make the game easier for them. We are going to go to a short break, though. When we come back, BDE Lucid taking on AH Tyranny. Don't go anywhere.
There's no time for redemption. Those flags you wave, will they hold up? Don't cry for your vengeance.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to game number one, BDE versus AH Tyranny. Matt Pizza, we are right into this one. Anything you want to point out while we start to get into this game? Junglers starting on their buffs.
Well, I mean, so far it seems pretty standard, right? Both junglers starting the bot side, getting the best list that they can. One thing I do want to point out is Jinfile Head, and Umi, just a Galio. We'll go with the Galio. The Kai'Sa and Galio don't have heal. They have exhaust ignite, so they're looking to play really aggressive into Raining Wolves and Morgana. So it really showcases how they're like might look to set up the dive, right? They do have the Mumu, they do have the Galio, they have a lot of CC at their disposal. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a dive coming in at around like maybe the 7-minute mark, 8-minute mark, depending on how Worst Party Ever pats.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And I mean, obviously Nocturne, you're just going to want that kick to get that level 6. Like right when you do get level 6, you're going to be looking to play towards one of your side lanes. I mean, you could even look for Lengmo if he does get level 6. Obviously, Paranoia comes out with the Primordial Burst. You're just going to one-shot someone. It's too much damage. Syndra won't be able to survive, so we'll have to see. Nocturne also probably going to beat a Mumu in the 1v1. Strong dueling potential, so definitely going to have to see for that one. I think Nocturne pathing towards that top side is going to benefit him more than a Mumu pathing top. Obviously, a Mumu most likely wants to play towards that Jin Galio, but pathing towards that top side is kind of going to suck, as now Fiora obviously pushing in the Mundo early on. Looks like just going to help the jungler get Scuttle Prio, and that's going to be it for that one.
And honestly, things are going as we expected, right? We see the Kai'Sa Galio pushing into the Jin Morgana, Syndra having lane prio, and the Fiora having lane prio for the top side. So honestly, nothing too crazy happening here. And it just comes down to like you said, Clutch, the Nocturne Primordial Burst Viger, right? Like if Nocturne gets 6, he is such a strong champion. He'll be able to outduel the Amumu. And one thing I do want to mention, Clutch, is that the Amumu does have Conqueror, so this Nocturne versus Amumu duel might be a lot closer than what you'd expect. And that Conqueror Amumu, it's a BDE classic. I know back in EDL, Swag also ran the same thing and did a lot of damage, gave him a lot of dueling power for the sad mummy.
You ever remember when Swag, I think this was in was it the finals, when he walked in to MIT's jungle? I think it was against Ambition at the time. And it was Ivern versus Olaf, and he walked in and solo killed the Olaf as Ivern, like level 3.
I do remember that, where it was like, what is going on? This Ivern is so ego. Yeah, it's amazing.
Go. Worst party ever going to be going into that bot lane. Bandage Toss will land. Spellamine going to be coming through from Bickle onto Raining Wolves. Now that's going to be the second Bandage Toss coming through. Flash has to come out, and a nice gank coming through from Worst Party Ever, going to take some retaliation in that one, but will get the flash out of Raining Wolves.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about Raining Wolves, right? He decided to go play a really safe Jhin. He decided to go for the Fleet Footwork instead of the Dark Harvest, which in this matchup where he knows there's so much EC, there's so much harass, there's like the potential of a Mumu coming in like he just did. Taking Fleet Footwork just gives him the extra sustain, gives him the extra health to come out of fights on top, or at least like stay alive from all of this CC that we just saw, right? We saw the Morgana spell shield helped a little bit, but Amumu has 2 Qs, and he was still forced to burn flash, so he's gonna have to be really careful as BDE Lucid might look to do something again.
Yeah, and obviously a big thing as the jungle, right? When you do end up getting that flash, it's not just getting the flash. You need to go back and punish the flash. A lot of the time, junglers think, especially in low elo, but a bunch of the times like, hey, I got the flash, that's enough. I mean, it's not going to be enough. You need to punish it now. Like, good, you made a great play. You got that flash. Now, let's use that advantage and get something. Possibly end up killing the person with no flash, look to punish, and extend that lead that you got for yourself.
Mm-hmm. And as we were talking about getting, like, capitalizing on the lossless Jhin, flash on Jhin, Amumu might actually just be caught out here. Never mind if they're able to actually spot him.
I mean, there are pings onto him, but it looks like he's not going to be going into that bot side. Wave is now pushed. And it looks like Amumu can't really do much from that one. Nocturne level 5, so we'll be looking to clear some more camps, get that level 6, then use that Paranoia in the side lane. Top lane, though, that CS gap. Downfall up 30 CS against the Mundo, doing exceptionally well in that top lane. Meanwhile, in this mid lane, Lengmo going to have the tempo advantage. Spades does need a back eventually, has no mana, and now Lengmo, he can abuse this Syndra under tower, and if you are Amumu or you are the Galio, maybe need to come mid. Actually, it'll probably just end up being the TP coming out from 4 Spades. So just a trade of TPs, but that tempo advantage is going to favor Lengmo in this lane, who's doing exceptionally well in a matchup where he really should not have the push early on, should be getting pushed under his tower, and Syndra should be looking to roam the map. Meanwhile, on the top side, Downfall going to be going one ultimate going to come out, going to be flashing forward. Downfall looking for that solo bolo, and he will find it. First blood over to Downfall in the top lane.
Yeah, and Clutch, we were talking during the draft how, like, if the Fiora does get ahead, it's gonna be a huge pain in the side of BDE. Like we said, the I forgot Fiora's ult's name, but Fiora's ult, right? If she's able to proc R4 Vitals, it's a huge healing buff, and it'll be able to help out the team survive the dive of Amumu and Galio.
Mm-hmm. So obviously, the ult came down from Fiora was exceptionally nice, and I mean, Fiora now up a kill, up a bunch of CS. The side lanes for Tyranny, something I pointed out, or I mean, the solo lanes. That is what they play around. They play around these star players in Downfall, in Lengmo, and early on, it's looking very good for the side of Tyranny. Now, meanwhile, on the bot side, we're going to come through onto the Galio. We'll take some damage, but that's going to be all from that one. Now, Nocturne is down here, has Paranoia, could be looking on to this bot lane. Now, if you are this Nocturne, you need to get a kill with your Paranoia on your first ultimate. It just sets you up for success, and if you aren't able to, it is going to set you behind, because now you have to wait a while to get that Paranoia back up. Problem is, for the side of Tyranny, or for the side of BDE, they haven't used any sums, right? Like, none of the sums have been used, so if Nocturne ult does come in, they might just be able to get out alive.
Yeah, and it seems like Nocturne just decided to just continue to clear his camps, and honestly, they might have looked to do something onto the Syndra, who was kind of overextended, but unfortunately not.
Okay, I mean, Kaisa just ends up blowing up Raining Wolves. I mean, the flash was used, and Jinfoil hat, someone on BDE you need to keep an eye on. This guy has looked very good in the preseason tournament. You know, this just reminds me, Matt Pizza. I don't know if you probably don't watch a lot of pro, but do you know what the LCS lock-in tournament is? That's like the preseason tournament for the LCS.
Well, you just described it to me, so I do know.
That's like basically what it is, where like all the teams like get together and it's like their first time playing. Basically, that's what this is kind of, like a precursor to EDL, where we might see some of these teams, some of these exact rosters. So definitely need to keep an eye on some of these people. I think Jinfoil Hat is one of those people for BDE. Could be a superstar in the making. Has looked exceptional in the preseason tournament. Got himself a kill. First Drake did go over to the side of Tyranny. Got that Infernal Dragon. Second Drake going to be that Mountain Drake.
And Clutch, like, just to go off, like, Jinfoil Hat, he's CSing really well. More CS in the lobby. 83 at 10 minutes, and in such an aggressive matchup as well, like CSing well and playing aggressive, that's just going to set you up for success. Granted, though, he is an ADC, so he could be a little too aggressive, and might end up in some really sticky situations, but we'll have to see. So far, though, he has been playing exceptional, as you've stated. And for the side of Tyranny, right, the Fiora, 91 CS, gonna be the bane of Kai'Sa's existence, right? Fiora coming in, Fiora does not care about anything other than killing people, right? Just going 1v5, vital hit, boom, boom, boom. So these late game team fights, right, it's gonna be important to see how Fiora plays, how the Kai'Sa plays, and how everyone plays in respect to that, right? If the Fiora gets caught out, then there goes Tyranny's win con.
And Fiora being ahead, obviously, all this gold is now going to be funneled in. Now we're going to see the Paranoia coming out. Now, Mundo, no flash. Fiora doesn't come out, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for the Mundo. Downfall picks up his second kill on the Fiora. Again, I stated this in the draft, in the pregame. Rocky going to be looking for side lanes, getting that Fiora ahead, looking pretty good for AH Tyranny early on.
And getting the Rift Herald, getting a few turret platings really good for the side of AH Tyranny. Rocky just taking a few turret shots, but that's okay. He's just gonna walk it off.
And walk it off indeed. Another thing I do want to point out is that mid lane matchup pretty even, despite there not being help on either sides. So both mid laners kind of just hanging out in the mid lane, farming up, looking for those team of fights. So we'll see how that's going to go. Axiom Arc completed for the Nocturne did get nerfed, now only reduces 20 seconds instead of 25 seconds. However, still a very strong tool, especially if you do want to play towards those side lanes. Having that ult up more often going to be huge for the side of AH Tyranny's success, as they might be looking for a dive bot here, but Bickle is going to spot that one out. And wards will come down, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Nocturne is in the vicinity with that Veigar. Now we see the invade route going to be coming through onto the Galio, but that looks like that is all to be had.
Now, keep in mind, Clutch, Dragon is coming up really soon, but John F. Kennedy does not have TP. Downfell does have TP, so this fight at Dragon could go in AH Tyranny's favor.
Top side, we're going to see a 1v1. Downfall hitting the Vitals. Flash comes through. He's going to get the dash, but isn't going to kill John F. Kennedy Sr. Now, Downfall does have that TP. He's going to be TPing in. This is going to become a huge fight. Bickle flashing forward with that ultimate. Does he have the stopwatch? The answer is no. Force Spade's going to be finding one. That's me. The Curse of the Sad Mummy going to be coming out. Rocky going to have to flash backward. Downfall going to be in there. It's going to look like a huge fight for the side of AH Tyranny. And here we go. We got a fight on two fronts. Raining Wolf snipes him down. Syndra able to blast cone over the wall. But an absolute disaster for the side of BDE Lucid. AH Tyranny, they take the fight and they take the dragon.
Yeah, and like we were saying, Coach, the Fury was just able to push her lead forward, been able to force the flash from Mundo. Mundo's not able to do anything here. And then Fury's just like, hey, watch this for my sick play. TP's down, and then it just goes in and just cleans up, right? Like, we have Raining Wolves just playing back, just like, doing ADC things, and she's just able to go in, just run down the Syndra. Meanwhile, Nocturne's able to get the Axiom Arc, or the Axiom Arc ult, and just go in and, do the thing and kill.
Do the thing, so with the Axiom Arc.
With the Axiom Arc, yeah.
Very good.
And it's probably, his ult's almost up already, so we could look to see something happen mid, right? Syndra doesn't have flash, so we can see the Nocturne try to gank mid, the untouched lane yet.
And now if you're the side of AH Tyranny, you just play towards this Fiora. Just let Fiora take over the game. Nobody can match her in a side lane. She's going to absolutely destroy anyone in that side lane. Slowly we'll start taking down these turrets. And all Nocturne needs to do is just hover that side lane, and if they send numbers, Paranoia comes in and you turn it right around. So Abyssal Haven, I believe is their name. I think that's it.
I believe so, yeah.
I believe that's it. But AH Tyranny need to play it towards that. Is Kennedy Sr. I think he DC while they're fighting, and that is very interesting coming through from BDE. But yeah, John F. Kennedy Sr. is about to take some damage, as now the support DCs, and now we are in a freeze frame. What's going on here, Matt?
Riot is an indie game company with 200 years of experience. I think they have a really good game here.
So Matt Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
What's the podcast about now? Because obviously every time we go into a pause, we got to talk about the podcast.
We got the podcast, right?
Yeah. What's the topic?
Well, I got this. I guess we're not going into the podcast.
No podcast, Matt. No podcast.
No podcast. Guys, if you want to DDoS any of these players, and if you really want to hear us,
no, I mean, DDoS, Matt Pizza.
If you guys do want to hear us podcast, it's always the option. Just DDoS, as we see some damage happen in the mid lane.
Yeah, Langmo did have the primordial burst, decided not to use it. Double Tonk gonna be coming down into the bot side. Jinful gonna get a lot of damage down on the Raining Wolves. W gonna come out. Will root Umi Waka Nai on the Galio. Won't find anything, no. Meanwhile, the invade's gonna be coming through. Here comes the ultimate, gonna be coming down. Does he have the curse of the sad mummy? The answer is no. He's gonna be flashing out of that one. Now Mundo gonna be running away, gonna be using the ultimate, gonna be under that tower. Downfall. Gonna dash forward to get some of that damage, but won't be able to find the kill. Meanwhile, Four Spades is coming up to that top side, going to dissuade the side of from going in. Now, Tinfoil Hat does have the Killer Instinct, not going to use that one to possibly start a fight in the bot lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, this Veigar, he is stacking, almost has 80 stacks now in this game. So he is becoming stronger and stronger by the minute. It is the Hextech Soul as the soul for this one. Matt Pizza, how do you feel about that?
You know, the new souls are really interesting, right? Like, I'll be honest, Chem Dragon Soul kind of underwhelming, right? Like, it sounded OP, but now it's like kind of like, whatever. But Hextech Soul, the Hex Gates, they're so much fun, right? Like, you could do some crazy things with the Hex Gates, but the Hex Gates Soul, right? The static shiv on like steroids, like holy cow. With the 2 damage, like I think it's gonna be really helpful on champs on this Fiora, namely, right? Being able to go in, get the static proc, get the extra 2 damage from it, and just insane damage. And Clutch, remind me, what does each dragon actually give for the Hex Dragon?
What does like a singular dragon
yeah.
give? Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking? It gives ability haste and attack speed, I believe.
Then yeah, it's gonna be really helpful for the side of Tyranny, where Veigar, the ability haste, gonna make him just shoot out his abilities much faster, and overall, like the attack speed's gonna be helpful for the Fiora, and it's just such a good drag that Tyranny rolled in this game.
Yeah, it gives you ability haste and bonus attack speed. I was right. 5 head.
5 head.
Well, Drake going to be spawning in a minute here. Tyranny need to set up for this one. We'll be 1 away from the soul point. If they do secure this one with a minute left, they're going to need to get themselves good positioning. Fiora in that top lane hasn't gotten the top tower yet, and with Nocturne on the top side, makes me think they're potentially going to look for a play onto this Mundo, or just go for the Rift Herald.
Or they could go for both. No, they could go for the Rift Herald into a play topside. They could just be like, nah, we're not gonna contest this dragon. They can have this dragon. Instead, we'll get the first turret gold and open up the map. With the top turret gone, it gives Fiora more room to go into other lanes and exert her pressure. And
yeah, we'll have to see what's going to happen. Oh, in the bot side, looks like double sums were used. Tinfoil Hat going to take some damage. He looked like he Killer Instinct in onto Raining Wolves. Got a lot of damage down. Raining Wolves had to escape that one. Now Drake's setup, though, is to the side of BDE, which means Tyranny going to have to face check. Now, they do have the Fiora TP. They have all the tools to get in there. Veigar going to be running forward. And here we go. Paranoid going to be coming out. That's going to be the curtain call going to be going in. Bickle going to be using the ultimate. Rocky's into the pit. Drake down to 1k. Going to be smited early. And Drake is going to go over to the side of BDE. Now we got to watch the fight. Force Spade will take down Rocky. Looks like the Syndra orbs are coming through, doing a lot of damage. Langmo going to be running away. Doesn't have that primordial burst. Ended up using it. Now Syndra stuck in the cage. Will take some damage. Bickle trying to look for worst party ever, won't go down. Raining Wolves going to be running away, has one more auto. Will he be able to get it? Langmo flashes forward. The Q comes through. He'll find the kill. Meanwhile, in the top side, Fiora did take that Rift Herald. Will be able to crack that top lane turret.
Yeah, Clutch, I'm honestly surprised that Fiora opted against TPing down into this fight. It seemed so many people were low. That was looking like such a good fight with the Nocturne ult, being able to TP down and help our other team. But instead, Fiora opted for the turret, and honestly, in each of their own, right? That turret gold going onto the Fiora carry is going to be really big. Unfortunately, the dragon was stolen away by the Amumu. Really good attempt at Rocky to try to come in and just snag that dragon. But unfortunately, like you said, smited just a bit too early, as Fiora might be overextended.
Yep, Fiora now stuck up here in a 2v1. We'll see what Downfall can do. Does have the ultimate. Also has the flash. Will just decide to flash out of that one. Won't have that for a while, but does save their life. And especially with that bounty, want to stay alive and not hand that over.
Yeah, and with the top turret now taken, right? The map is now opened up a little bit. We can now see how Tyranny wants to play this, right? They decide to have the bot lane go mid and mid lane go bot, which is really, it's just a classic standard move. Now Fiora is gonna be pushing in past her turret, right? Because Mundo's turret's gone. Definitely need Rocky to be around to offer that just assistance, just in case if they send multiple people topside like they just did.
Yeah. Need that Nocturne to potentially hover. It does have the ultimate. Bickle takes a lot of damage in from that downfall. Gonna be clearing some awards, and now we're kind of going to be in the lull state in this game. Both teams just deciding, hey, we're fine where we're at. We're just gonna try to farm up and play for those objectives. So looks like we might not see some fighting for another 3 minutes. Might just be farming back and forth from both these teams.
Hmm. And yeah, just a really steady state of mind as Nocturne's just
Rocky, you're
sitting
on
on
the.
a. Nocturne's. Oh,
Okay,
never
it
mind.
doesn't matter if he's on a ward because he's going in. And it looks like they'll find the kill. Rocky says, you know what? You might see me on the ward, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to fly at you and I'm going to kill you. So Rocky, even though he's spotted, he comes out of not, he can't even say he came out of the shadows. What did he come out of the light?
It came out of the light and Cinder went into the shadows.
It's like that thing you see when you're driving and like you see a car and in the mirror it's like objects in mirror may
Objects
appear
are maybe.
closer or something, and then
Yeah.
he just flies in out of nowhere and just nukes you and you're just like, what the heck, where did he
Like,
come from?
yep. And Nocturne's his ult's almost up, so if Cinder does the same thing again bot side, we might see the repeat. So gonna have to be really careful of that one.
Yeah, and I mean, this was what Tyranny were trying to do, right? Play
Mhm.
to these side lanes, play towards downfall, or not the solo lanes, play towards downfall, play towards Langmo. Those are their players, and I mean, it's been pretty good. I mean, obviously, the Nocturne complements that style very well, and it's looked exceptionally well for the side of Tyranny. For the side of BDE, it's mainly all been about that bot lane. What can Jinfoil Hat and Umi Wakanai do in that bot lane? What is the 2v2 going to look like? Now, Raining Wolves is actually doing pretty well to keep up. And we'll have to see what Jinfoil Hat is going to do the later the game goes on.
Now, Clutch, like I said before, I haven't really been paying attention to League currently, but I have been seeing the AP Kai'Sa come in. I've seen a bunch of crazy AP Kai'Sa one shots with the W, and I'm honestly surprised to see Jinfoil had not going with that. Because I mean, if you have Poke Kai'Sa with like this type of team, I think it could get a little funny. What would you say?
Matt Pizza, I don't think they're going Poke Kaisa. You already you need
Well, I
AP
mean, yeah,
or
I
AD.
know they weren't gonna go, but you know,
This isn't Ultimate Spellbook, Matt Pizza. All right, you don't have fun. All
oh
right,
God,
you gotta
I'm
try
sorry.
hard a little bit. As we got
Sorry.
20 seconds until that Drake gonna spawn. Looks like for the side of Tyranny, they're gonna go for that mid wave, potentially try to walk through the mid river as Syndra takes the portal, and Tyranny just says, all right, guys, you have Drake control. We'll just take that mid tower, so gonna get some more gold. Now, looks like Tyranny going to try to walk in. They need to be careful. They have some wards, though, so we'll see if they're going to be able to walk into this one. Now, Umi Wakanai going to be flashing forward. That's going to be the taunt going to be coming through. Now, Nocturne going to be going in onto that back line. Lots of damage going to be coming through. Primarily burst will find one. Downfall is on a rampage. Umi going to be going down also. Jinfoil Hat trying to kite out this one, but Downfall is just too dang strong. Killer Instinct comes out. Will find one. But at the end of the day, Downfall just shreds the back line, kills so many people. This Fiora is unleashed. Now, can Syndra steal this? Definitely going to try. Will they be able to get it? The answer is no. It was fourth shotted by the Jin Langmo, trying to zone them off. But a 3-for-1 for the side of Tyranny, and now on Soul Point.
And that was just a well played fight. We see that Nocturne just goes instantly onto the center. The Fear just in the middle of everything, doing so much damage. Decides to go to Jinfoil Hat, and Jinfoil Hat is able to just pick up a reverse skill going onto the Morgana. But it's just too little too late. The Fiora is just so massive, like we said, with the Spear Shuriken, with the Bork. It's gonna be really hard to kill someone as strong as that, especially in these team fights and especially in the side lane. And Clutch, I really want to know, what do you think BDE can do against such a strong solo laners, right? The Firo 4-0, Vigar 3-0 with huge bodies. What is BDE's next move gonna be?
You're hey Galio. Galio just DC. I mean, their support did have internet problems, so maybe Galio's chilling. Oh.
Maybe it's goodbye.
Don't worry, sup,
Oh,
Gal.
welcome back.
All right, it was the stare down. Both supports were staring at each other. He's like, "Do it, do it." It's like the team's right behind them, and it's just gonna become a 5v5. He's like, "Move a muscle. You're going down." As the pause now comes out. And Matt
I
Pizza.
guess it's podcast time, right?
What do we?
So,
What's
Clutch,
the
what's your favorite fruit?
Did you say fruit?
Yeah,
Why is this the topic for the pot? We're
because we
talking
talked
about
about
fruit.
candy last time, right? We got to talk about something a little bit more healthy. It's almost
Okay,
2022, you
fruit,
know?
fruit. You're right.
Yeah.
My favorite fruit. I don't even eat many fruits. Like to be honest,
That's not a good look.
no, I know grapes. I like grapes. Grapes are actually really, really good. Now you have the green grape Matt Pizza, and then you have
Okay.
the purple one. All right. Now
Yeah.
this Matt Pizza. Which
Is this a
one?
hot take?
Which one do you like better? Do you like the
I'll be
green grape or do you like the purple grape Matt
I like
Pizza?
the purple grape more, Clutch.
Purple grape gang. That's where we're
Okay,
at.
let's
All right.
go.
The
Green
purple
grapes are
grapes
just
are
like,
the best.
to me, green grapes are too similar to like green apples, and green apples are kind of nasty, in my opinion.
Oh, you
Like,
don't like green apples.
nah, if I'm eating an apple, I want it to have the nice crunch with like a sweet taste. You know, I'm not looking to eat like a sour apple. Get those Granny Smith apples out of here, dude.
Oh
Like,
my Matt Pizza.
like
That's controversial.
is that controversial? Twitch chat isn't saying anything. Actually, no one's talking in Twitch
What
chat,
you know
but
what's good, Matt Pizza?
mhm.
You know what I like?
What?
Watermelon. Watermelon
Oh,
is cracked. All right.
watermelon is a
That's an S
classic.
tier. That's an S tier fruit right there. All right. That is one of the best. Matt Pizza, I need you to list off the S tier fruits. All
The
right.
S tier fruit. All right, all
Yeah,
right. So obviously watermelon, it has to be up there. It's such a classic. And
very, very
okay,
good.
this might be a hot take, all right, but cranberries, like
Never had.
they aren't that bad, you know. Especially dried cranberries, they're pretty good. And cherries, pretty good as well.
It just sounds like raisins.
What? No, dried cranberries are
That's
so
what
good.
fried cranberries sound like.
No, raisins are kind of disgusting. Like ew.
You don't like
Raisins
raisins?
are actually disgusting.
All right.
So nasty.
So,
Let's see. We got watermelon, cranberries, cherries. Hmm.
because I've got
What about
mine.
you, bro? I didn't think about this completely. All right, tell us your list while I think about
All right.
mine.
S tier. Watermelon, it's a classic. You've got to love watermelon. All right. If you don't, I don't know, man. Okay. Next, listen, I think this is an honorable mention. I don't think this is S tier. It's an honorable mention. I think oranges are really, really good, but I don't think they're S tier to me because it doesn't give me the same vibe watermelon does. Okay. Watermelon is just too cracked, man. It's the middle of the summer. You get the right. You're like, I
Yeah,
need something. All right. Watery, I guess. I don't know. Okay. But you want to eat something, all right? You get the nice, juicy watermelon during the summer. And you bite into that. Oh my god,
it
it's
just hits different.
all right. It hits different. Next up, gotta go with the bananas. All right, bananas are a class.
Really,
I think bananas are really good. Now, I like I said, I don't eat a ton of fruit. Like I'm not a huge fruit guy, but I think bananas are pretty good. I would eat a banana. Like if I had to eat any fruit, watermelon, bananas, probably not oranges, but oranges are still really good. I like oranges. Obviously, the honorable mention. Apples, I wouldn't say I think they're honorable mention too. I don't like I don't like apples too much, but I think they could be up there. Kind of like oranges to me. And then grapes. Grapes has to be up there. I think grapes are exceptionally good. Um, I don't really care if they're green or purple. It doesn't really matter. But like I like purple more, like I said earlier. But I still think they're both S tier. Both great fruits. And that's the S tier fruits for me, Matt Pizza.
all right, clutch. Now we were talking about fruits, and I'm gonna be honest. Is a corn a vegetable or is that a fruit? That's a
Yes,
vegetable, right?
that's a vegetable, Matt
It's a
Pizza.
vegetable. All right. In
We,
that
we,
case, we got
if
huh?
we get into vegetables, we're gonna get a little political. All right.
We are gonna get a little bit political. What they're like such like exotic fruits as well, right? Like dragon fruit. I
Yeah.
hope
What
that's a
even
fruit
is that?
because it has fruit in it, but
No, it is. It is. But I don't even know what that is.
I it looks like a dragon egg.
Would you eat it, Matt Pizza?
I would try it, but it looks so weird. Like I don't know what it would taste like.
All right,
But
Matt Pizza.
yeah,
Quick favorite vegetable.
quick favorite vegetable. It would watermelon, pineapple, pineapples.
That's fruit, Matt Pizza.
Oh, vegetable.
Yeah, nice
Bruh.
vegetable, Matt Pizza.
Yeah, actually, I just was thinking about my favorite fruit. Now I have to think about my favorite vegetable. Okay,
Yeah,
just corn. Send it on
cool.
corn.
I think corn is good. Corn. Okay, here we go. The speed run.
Oh,
Right,
he's
the
going
speed
off.
run.
It's political
Corn.
time.
Corn is good. I like broccoli. I think broccoli is really good. I think carrots are really, really good. Um, I think that's it. To be honest, I don't like anything else. Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't like lettuce. I think lettuce is like whatever. I mean,
Really?
most
Okay.
people like salad, right?
Yeah.
I don't like tomatoes either. Like raw tomatoes. I think it's kind of disgusting, but that's just me.
Really?
But I
All
think
right.
the worst vegetable out of them all is spinach, man. I can't eat that. I will puke if I eat spinach. Do not make me eat spinach.
And Clutch, I'm gonna have to hold off on my vegetable tier list as we're back in the game finally. The support decided to reconnect, and we're back into the AH Tyrant versus BDE Lucid game as John F. Kennedy's kind of getting run down.
Here we go. We're going to be looking on to the Mundo Rocky using the paranoia into that top side. A lot of healing coming through. Matt Pizza, who's going to get the kill?
I think I was
Well,
gonna say it's gonna John F. Kennedy. He was gonna do something and turn it around, but
yeah, he's going to turn it around, Matt Pizza. Yeah, of course.
of course you gotta believe.
Yeah, 1v3 turnaround as okay, parries the Q. Okay. As
Uh,
now downfall. Gonna be looking for the solo bolo onto four spades. See if it's going to happen. Level 14 onto the Fjord. Doesn't have flash though, so be a little bit difficult. Four spades does kind of need the respect. Downfall is Dash will come out. Now Jinfoil Hat's here. Downfall is taking a lot of
Ooh.
turret shots, and Downfall is dead.
That is a huge money going over to Jinfoil Head, and honestly, before that happened, I was just gonna say that Mundo is dead. There are a bunch of people bot side. AH Terry could go for the Baron, and they're going for the Baron right now, I believe, and this could get turned as John F. Kennedy does have the TP, and Downfall is down for a while.
Yeah, and if you are the side of BD, if you are able to... Oh, wait, they're just going to look for Jinfoil as he's going to face check. He's going to go down. Hero's entrance was used, and now they're going to be looking to turn on to the Galio. Galio falls, double kill going over to Raining Wolf. And now it looks like the Baron's going to be started up again for the side of AH Tyranny.
But the health bars are looking kind of low, namely the Morgana
Whoa.
and Rocky as John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
TP's getting used.
They're really trying to force this one. Is AH. They've got two people very, very low. But it looks like BDE, they're just going to back off of that one. I think they're just going to end up giving it over to the side of AH Tyranny. Syndra might go and check this one now. Syndra has ult. Syndra can one-shot any of them. Baron's at 5k. I'm surprised they actually elected to kind of
This
back off.
could be a
this one
huge
as
throw.
And Bickle from four spades. The orb, the Q comes out. Now the Baron is taken. Worst party ever. Going to be going in looking on to Rocky. That's going to be the curse of the sad mummy. Langmo trying to flank on the Vagar, but I think that's what you're supposed to do on the Vagars. Now he's going to flash away. Worst party ever going to flash over that wall. Looking for Langmo. Langmo will be going down on this one. Some kills going to be going over to BD. Shutdown goes to worst party ever. It's going to be 3 dead on the side of AH Tyranny, but they secure the Baron.
And Clutch, that was so many shutdowns going over the side of BDE. Not only do they get Vigo shutdown, they also get Nocturne shutdown as well. That's so much gold going on the side of BDE. Like, they're able to finish the Baron, and then Amumu comes in, misses the bandit charge, but is able to get his ult off. That's one. Viger horribly mispositioned here, and it just gets run down. Worst party ever is not letting that go through, and just flashed over the wall, and bandit charge, boom. Another kill goes to the side of BDE Lucid. So BDE Lucid, they're not looking to just roll over and let AH Tari win the game. They're trying to fight. Now the Cinder, 4 speed's really strong. 4 and 2, 181 CS. Probably a key member in BDE Lucid's comeback.
Yeah. You see Mundo just slapping his face on the tower, Matt Pizza.
Listen, Mundo is doing God's work, alright? Don't judge.
Okay, and there goes Jinfoil Hat. Is now the engage going to be coming out. That's going to be the Paranoia. Rocky going to be looking for that Amumu. Rocky going to pick up one. Now going to be looking onto the Galio. That's another one. Langmo going to pick up the kill. Now into the top lane. Downfall. Perry comes out, and that's a DC.
That's
and John F. Kennedy Sr. will go down. It's a 4-0, and Matt Pizza, I'm thinking it's over. Now they're going to be looking on the 4 spades. They say nobody is safe from AH Tyranny, but it looks like Syndra is going to get away.
Might be the only one to get away. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Uh,
Four spades. Better be careful there. Okay, four spades.
Wait.
Just limit testing.
You know, he's just having a fun time. You know, he's just trying to walk around Rift. You know, just chilling, vibing, taking some dangerous pets. As yeah, now that they have Baron, they also have the Hextech Soul, and they're just opening up the inhibs. As John F. Kennedy just reconnected.
Yeah, John F. Kennedy going to be back into the game as a pause will come out again, and we are now
It's so
talking about
sad.
vegetables, Matt.
Oh,
Pizza.
vegetables, yeah.
You
So,
said you had to get your list, so
I did, and it's gonna be held on until after the game, unfortunately.
Unacceptable. What do you
I
mean?
guess maybe not.
Matt Pizza, hurry! Number one.
We got corn. Corn
right?
definitely has to be up there. Yeah.
Number two.
All right, hot take. Okra, fried
what
okra.
What is that?
Deep fried okra. Look it up. Really good. All right.
Wait, how do you spell it?
OKRA. All right.
Okra?
Yeah. My mom like cuts them up into like little pieces and then deep fries them with like this like batter. Really good. But anyway, back to the game. The Baron did finally die on AH Tyranny's side, but it did get a lot of it. Mid inhib turret is almost down.
Yeah, Oprah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Matt Pizza. This looks like this looks like jalapenos on like crack.
Yeah. It's really good, but it's not spicy.
Okay, well.
As inhib turret falls, Fiora doing what Fiora does best, splitting, creating pressure, and yeah, honestly,
kill my mic.
AH Tyranny's probably just gonna look to play it safe. Next Baron is up in 2 minutes 45 seconds. Elder is up in 4 minutes, so they have 2 opportunities to close out this game, assuming no one else gets caught out before that. And yeah, Clutch, if you're BDE Lucid, what do you have to do next game? Because unless like AH Tyranny, like unless all the disconnects BDE is plagued with just miraculously goes on to AH Tyranny, I don't see a way BDE could come back from this one.
Listen, Matt Pizza, worst party ever. All right, we get to the Elder. Okay, he goes over the wall. The bandage toss comes in. Boom! The 5-man curse of the sad mummy. The smite comes down, and he steals the Elder. That's what's gonna happen. I have the script.
You have the script. All right, they get Elder. Then let me tell you what's gonna happen next of the script. They're able to kill 1, maybe 2. Fiora comes in, Vigar comes in, obliterates everyone else. They go to Bear, they go just down mid, end the game.
There you go.
That's the rest of the script, so banger way to end out game 1 though, if that does happen.
Oh my god. Now if Amumu steals the Elder and there's a 5-man curse of the sad mummy, I look like I just rigged the entire league.
Yeah, exactly. But on the bright side, AH Tyranny is up 10k gold right now, so yeah, like if I'm AH Tyranny right now, we're just looking to play it safe, right? We're looking to do what we've done throughout this game. Force our side lanes, force allow the Fear to split push, do what she does best. If they send 2-3 people top, have the Nocturne answer. Fear is strong enough to 1v2, potentially 1v3 if she plays it well. And with the Nocturne coming in, it just a 2v2, 2v3 really good for the side of AH Tyranny. And if you're BDE Lucid, you have to look for picks. You have to find someone that's caught. Just be able to have numbers advantage in a game where the other team has such a high gold lead, right? Like, and if you look at Raining Wolves is 5-1-6 right now, 700 gold. That is a prime target for BDE Lucid. They want that shutdown. They want him dead. So Clutch, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this Baron fight that's gonna happen in 20 seconds.
All right. So, well, yeah, Baron gonna be up in 20 seconds, and you know, I would have liked the Fiora to push the lead a little bit more, like get into that side lane and just start swiping away at those inhib turrets. Like put her bot lane. She has the TP. Veigar did just TP mid. Well, it doesn't matter about the TP because she's getting engaged on us. Raining Wolves will just delete Jinfoil off the map. There's been a lot of Jin just absolutely demolishing Kaisai's. Now here we go. Biggle gonna be flashing in with the ultimate. That's gonna be 3 flashes. Now Downfall gonna be into that back line. Gonna be looking for 4 spades. That will find the kill, and it's all AH Tyranny in this one. Mundo can't really do anything as he's just gonna sit there and go down. Raining Wolves will pick up the kill. Looks like that will be the game.
That is the game. Fear TP's down bot, just takes Inhibs at such a huge minion wave that, yeah, everyone's down, death timers are long, and AH Shiny should be able to close out this game. Now, Clutch, if you're BDE losing, what do you have to do next game in order to like not let this happen, not let the solo laners of AH Tyrannies just spiral out of control?
I mean, I think they need. I mean, obviously, if AH Tyranny is going to go for the, obviously try to play towards mid, try to play towards top, they got to do more bot. I don't think they did enough bot lane. Like, yeah, they ganked like once or twice, but they really did not punish this bot lane, and you can tell by the fact Raining Wolves 7-1-8. He only died once, and that was literally in lane. When they got that advantage. So you really need to punish this lane more and play it towards that bot side. Even though the side of AH Tyranny played towards the Fiora, they got 4 out of 5 Drakes. The only Drake they did not get was stolen. So like they literally had full control over the map. So if I'm BDE, need to go back to the drawing board. We need to figure out a way to target this bot lane, get Jin Foil ahead and play through him. If you're the side of AH Tyranny, same thing. Let's just run it back. I mean, it looked very good from the side of AH Tyranny. The Nocturne pick coming in huge for them. Able to execute on the Fiora, on the Veigar. So it was really nice to see from AH Tyranny.
Yeah, Clutch. And honestly, if I'm AH Tyranny, I'm a AH Tyranny fan now. That Fiora, I was just a little skeptical at first, seeing as how much CC they had, but he was able to get ahead, and his jungle was able to push that lead forward, and he was able to push it forward. And going to next game, if they do pick Fiora, I would like this Fiora to see this Fiora ego a little bit more. Do go bot lane, like force some fights, force a 1v2, force a 1v3, come out on top. Just some Fiora things, but yeah.
Limit test map pizza.
Just a little bit. Limit test in our EL lock-in tournament, yeah?
Of course. All right. Well, we're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, AH Tyranny, BDE Lucid, game number 2. Don't go anywhere.
Every child in Valorant has heard the tale before about the cursed mummy boy who felt his heart no more. So sad and lorn, the helpless lad, Amumu was his name. He ventured out to find a friend and learn about his bane. confirmed what was Amumu's biggest fear. It pledged that never shall someone become his friend. It pledged that he shall be alone until his end. Sorrow and despair became too much to bear. The moment when Amumu realized what he had done, too late it was for him, for them, the evil curse had won. The anger and the anguish overwhelmed his fragile soul and caused a wicked tantrum that he never could control.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to game number 2 between AH Tyranny and BDE Lucid. BDE Lucid losing game number 1, going to be taking that red side for this game. AH Tyranny had an exceptional game, played around their solo laners very well. Matt Pizza, if you are BDE Lucid this game, what are you trying to do?
Honestly, I think they had the right idea, right? They wanted to play through the bot lane, and the bot lane were like ahead at one point, even as far as getting a soul kill onto Ring Wolves. But unfortunately, they didn't, like we said last game, they weren't able to play around their bot lane enough. They had a wombo combo, we didn't see any dives in the bot lane. So if you're a BDE Lucid this game, I think you could just do a full run it back, right? Like go with the same idea, but the execution needs to be there as well. They need to look at these like opportunities. They need to be proactive. They need to see when they're able to dive, when they're able to force sums. And honestly, if you're BDE Lucid, you just need the right execution. You need to be a little bit more proactive on what it is and look for those opportunities that'll get you ahead. And if you're AH Tyranny, well, you're just kind of like chilling. You're doing good. Their solo laners were able to play exceptionally well and were able to just take over the game. So BDE Lucid definitely needs an answer to that, as well as finding some way to come back into the game, unlike last game.
Yep. And Nocturne possibly going to be banned away. I think that was a big key for AH Tyranny, a big part of their success. Being able to just have that paranoia, have that global. So that is going to be taken away. So AH Tyranny going to have to change up their game plan a little bit in the jungle. I do believe the jungler plays a lot of Hecarim, so we could potentially see that. We'll have to see. I didn't do too much research. Also, one thing to keep in mind, the winner of this series will automatically get accepted into EDL Season 3 in February. So just keep that in mind. We potentially could be seeing one of these teams in EDL Season 3. Obviously, BDE were the winners in Season 2. So for AH Tyranny to come in and beat them, that would be a statement.
Yeah, but then again, if we see AH Tyranny beat BDE, like you said, it's gonna be huge, right? It's gonna create new storylines, and it's just gonna create havoc in EDL in February. Because like you said, Clutch, this is kind of like the LCS login tournament. So this is kind of like the teams we'll see in February, and so far, I'm really impressed at what I'm seeing, right? AH Tyranny's solo lane is really strong. BDE Lucid's bot lane, incredible. So, interesting storylines being developed as we see AH Tyranny B1 the Jhin.
Yeah, they're going to be taking the Jhin away from Jhin Foil Hat in the bot lane. One thing I want to point out for BDE last game, I think their mid laner, Four Spades, didn't have a bad game. I think he played okay. Unfortunately, it's kind of like you let Veigar scale, like you're just going to get out damaged, but I don't think he had a terrible game. I think he did fine. I think it was more, obviously, we need to, if you are the side of BDE, we have to switch up the picks for top jungle, because I think that didn't go very well for them. Definitely need to switch up the picks, give those players maybe, a different point of view, different champions, and see if that works out. But for the side of BDE Lucid, Xin Zhao going to be going to their jungler. I have seen him play the Xin Zhao, and the Jinx. Super strong right now. I think Jinx is one of the best AD carries in the game. We're going to see how that is going to be for Jhin Foil Hat, who obviously is the carry player for BDE.
And AH Tyranny just running back on the Jhin Morgana, or not running back. Are they running back? I already forgot. I'm so scatterbrained right now. As they picked a Vi, Arcane, right? The jungler for AH Tyranny. Just watching.
Guys, it's Jinx versus Vi. Oh my god.
Now, AH Tyranny, are they going to pick the Caitlyn mid, Caitlyn top, Clutch? Do you think it's a good look?
No. No. They will not pick that. But if you're the side of BDE Lucid, Victor, going to be picked up for their mid laner. One of these, I didn't mind the Syndra last game. I think the thought was there, right? Like, obviously, you pick the Syndra to shove in the Veigar. The whole point is, Syndra, shove the Veigar in, then you roam with your jungler, and you set up these dives on the side lane, and Veigar can't really respond. The thing that ended up happening is that really didn't happen, right? You weren't able to dive that bot lane. So, this game, Victor, I think it's a much better pick for their mid lane for Spades if they do want to scale. Victor scales very, very well, especially into that late game. Going to be doing so much damage with his abilities. And now for the side of AH Tyranny, their mid is still left open. LeBlanc going to be banned. We'll see if BDE decides to ban the Veigar, because I think Langmo did exceptionally well on that Veigar. So we'll have to see if that's going to be banned away. For the side of BDE Lucid, I like their comp so far. I think it's really well-rounded. I think they are obviously going to need a frontliner, some sort of tank. They haven't picked their support or top yet, so I'm assuming that's where it'll come through for the side of BDE.
And I think BD might, like you said, they need a tank, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if an Ornn pick here, right? Like Ornn's like such a good top laner, and I say that with such spite because back when I was playing in comp, I sound so old by saying that, but I was on Ornn DD. Ornn DD is not fun.
Yeah,
it's
we have
like,
clips, Matt Pizza.
Yeah, we're not putting those clips up. Those are BBU property. All right, no stealing, please. But yeah, AH looking to ban out the Mordekaiser and the Malphite again, so they don't want any like an engaged top lane or top laner taking someone out of the game. So they're looking to possibly play a bruiser top lane, right? Something that can get ahead, something that we have seen AH Tyranny do before with the Fiora. So really interested as to see what BD Lucid responds, and they respond with the Lulu Jinx bot lane, the strong and safe bot lane. So.
Yeah, for the side of BD Lucid, I think the Lulu is really, really good. I think the Jinx Lulu is going to be absolutely disgusting, especially just wild growth coming through. That ultimate's going to be so big for the Victor, for the Jinx to keep them alive. We'll see what AH Tyranny are going to elect to pick. Obviously, they have to show their solo laners at this point with the Veigar banned away. Anivia will be picked up for AH Tyranny for their mid laner. Now the top laner, he did play the Fiora, so maybe he busts out another one of these mechanical champions in the top lane. Fiora is left open if he does want to take that, but then again, you'd be blinding Fiora, and I don't know how you want to do that.
It's not the worst thing to blind. There are some bad matchups like Jax that just out damage Fiora, and it's just harder to play into. But I'm coming out with the Tom Kench in the top lane.
Of course. Tom Kench, a fine gentleman, being locked in for the side of AH Tyranny. Now all we need to do is lock in the Cho'Gath, and then we have the gentleman in the top lane. It's a very classy top lane.
It is a very classy top lane.
I highly doubt that's going to happen. It'd be funny, though. But we'll see what BD Lucid is going to lock in as their last pick. They do have the Zinzao for frontline. Probably going to need another frontliner.
Honestly,
and it's going to be the Urgot.
Oh. Honestly, a set pick here wouldn't have been that bad, right? Because they have Vi to come in, they have Tom Kench going in, so a set to just grab one of those two chunky boys and RKO them into the rest of the team wouldn't be that bad. But Urgot, not a bad match nonetheless. His ult's gonna be really useful in taking down Tom Kench. Unfortunately, he won't get to be a gentleman in this top lane against someone who's, underground brawler. It's a little bit.
No, Urgot's a gentleman, Matt Pizza.
Oh, my bad.
Heck, yeah. But in this game, Matt Pizza, look at the two comps. Who are you favoring in the draft? Obviously, such a big talking point nowadays.
Honestly, I'm gonna switch sides this time. I think BD Lucid's draft is more interesting. And I say interesting because it comes down to execution, right? Like, if they're able to get their two carries ahead, they will be able to steamroll. Now, BD Lucid did have some issues in executing their comp last game, and I hope to see them fix those issues this game. And if the Jinx is able to get ahead, Victor is able to get ahead, that's a lot of poke coming in from Victor, that's a lot of consistent damage coming from the Jinx, and Lulu is there to just keep both of them alive, and Urgot Zinzao is able to just run in. And again, Lulu is there to wild growth either one of them, so it's just a well-rounded comp that BD Lucid has drafted against AH Tyranny, which to me is slightly disjointed just because Anivia wants people to run into them, whereas the Vi and Tom Kench just want to go in, and Jin can play with either fine, but it just seems slightly disjointed to me. But that's my take, Clutch. What about you?
Yeah, so I look at BD's comp. I think this is a very well-rounded comp. Obviously, the Lulu, it's going to be very hard to deal with. And with the Zinzao, with the Urgot frontline, just able to soak up so much damage, and Jinx Victor being your hyper carries. I mean, it's a very well rounded comp for the side of BD. And for AH Tyranny, obviously, last game, their comp wasn't looking the best, but they did end up pulling it out. So definitely can't just count them out just because they're comps. I think the Anivia, if you do not play enough Anivia, like you don't know how to play into it, it can be very disgusting because that ultimate will chunk you. You sit in that ult, you are going to die. Like, you will lose all your HP. So definitely need to keep an eye on that one. The Tom Kench is not really something you necessarily play towards. Obviously, it's going to be that big beefy tank, but it's just not something that you're going to be funneling gold into. So I think this game for AH Tyranny, it's going to be more around that mid bot lane focus. I would like to see them play around their mid laner on the Anivia. I think if he can get ahead, it's going to be very difficult for BDE to kind of play the game, especially if Anivia is able to get into these choke points and just able to zone them off with the wall, with the ultimate. It'll be super disgusting for the side of AH Tyranny. You got anything left, Matt Pizza, before we had the break?
I do not. So.
All right. Well, we're going to head to a break. When we come back, AH Tyranny versus BDE Lucid, game number 2. We'll see you then.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. When the world As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one that would while they all play. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. From dust. From dust.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to A Tyranny versus BDE Lucid game number 2. I am joined by Matthias Pizza the Third. Matthias, how's it going?
It's going. Winter break just started. Looking to play a lot more League of Legends. Looking to, end, troll, just everything, As we might see an invade coming in from the side of Age Tyranny.
Oh boy,
Taking
Matt
the
Pizza.
pad.
You know I like my cheese.
The cheese is real. You gotta be quiet, Clutch. You can't.
Oh no, it
Oh!
missed. They didn't get the flash. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, when you throw that Q out, Lulu probably did not expect it was aiming for her. She's like, oh, they're going for the Jin. That
Yeah,
Q was like a pixel away from hitting Lulu.
it would have
That was
been
really
big brain.
unlucky.
It would have been big brain. I would not have lied. I thought I'm pretty sure everyone thought the Morgana Q was going for the Jinx, but no, the Jinx was like, or the Morgana was just like, here, let me do a little 1-2 and hit him up to the Lulu, but so close, so unlucky. But still, they did get the Jinx flash, so like we said before, they now just have to capitalize on the flashless Jinx. And AH Tyranny, they have been doing a good job of getting summoner spells and punishing the loss of summoner spells. So we'll have to see what they do here. As Vi is opting to start in the top side of the map this time, padding opposite of the Xin Zhao. So it's
There we go. Changing up
been
the
interesting.
pathing, Matt Pizza. I mean, I said it last game. Maybe they change up the pathing for this one. But yeah, starting on the opposite sides of the map. Meanwhile, on the top side, Obviously, the Urgot cheese with the PTA, you flip him over, you hit him with some autos, you take out half his HP. The usual Urgot shenanigans. John F. Kennedy on that one. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a best of 3. This is not a best of 5 like the usual finals. So less games. Amen. I would not want a best of 5. It is my first series back. I would lose my mind. But Lulu, I thought Lulu DC'd. She's walking.
Same thing.
Hey, listen, don't doubt the Lulu. It's 9-head tactics. They don't know.
Just remember the podcast is coming in 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes, no, never mind. Saved. The people did not want to hear our podcast. But Clutch, do you want to point out that the Topkins has opted for the D blade instead of the D shield? This is this gentleman's looking to fight. He's looking to brawl.
Yeah, it's going to be an aggressive TK. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we see some trading coming through. And yeah, honestly, you do kind of feel bad for the DCs coming through for BDE. Like, it kind of sucks, as now we see worst party ever in the top side. Flash going to come out. That's going to be the flip coming through. Will the knockup come through from the Xin Zhao? The answer is yes. He will land the knockup. Shield comes through. The thick skin will be enough for Tahm Kench to stay alive. But that's worth if you're downfall. You're getting double flashes from the side of BDE. He's probably going to have to TP back. He might stay. It's a little bit risky. Yeah, this is really... He can't stay. He cannot stay.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
unless,
but he's gonna do it.
Maybe. Ooh.
Unless. Yeah, well, it looks like he'll actually just stay. Xin Zhao going to back. I mean, I was a little scared because I'm like, what if Xin Zhao just comes and dives and now you're just absolutely doomed because you don't have flash? Like, there's like no outplay. But Xin Zhao did not return. Langmo in the mid lane doing very well. Finding himself a 1v1 advantage. I mean, Victor very low on the mana. Has corrupting pots, though, so we'll be able to get some of that back. But taking okay trades is now 4 Spades walking up on Langmo. Obviously, Anivia has the egg, has that passive, so do need to keep that in mind. But BDE early action into that top lane, trying to punish downfall.
And honestly, it's... Oh, we might see a little bit more in the bot side. As Xin Zhao goes in
going to be going in on raining wolves, but won't be able to find anything. Actually, no sums burn from the side of AH Tyranny, so it's not actually too bad. Now, their wave is pretty screwed. Like, that's pushing in. It's going to be an absolute disaster if the side of BDE decides to hold this wave, and it looks like they're going to. So the wave is not in a good spot for AH Tyranny, and Xin Zhao could elect to just come right back. So AH Tyranny's bot lane does need to be careful. They're in a vulnerable position here. Especially, they're going to hold this wave. So AH Tyranny's bot lane is pretty screwed if Xin Zhao does come back. It looks like he's pathing up, though, so they might be safe, actually.
Potentially. But we do have to keep in mind that for the side of BDE, right, they have double TP. Granted, AH Tyranny does, but they could look to do something at around this first dragon if this turns out into a full-on 5v5 brawl.
5v4.
5v4. 5v5 brawl.
Oh, Matt Pizza. Oh my god. It's been a while, Matt Pizza. It has been a while for casting. You know, gotta get the kinks out of the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like just school and stuff. Not really talking to people and coming in here having to talk. It's
tough.
Change of environments. It is. As worst party ever is really trying to do everything on the map right now. He's like, he was top, he was bot, he's mid now. Like, this guy does not know when to stop. He's going in. He's not stopped ganking. This is the type of jungler I want on my team. Except he should only come top because top lane is the lane that matters. Anyways,
Matt Pizza. Top lane is the only lane that matters. Someone frame that and just quote Matt Pizza. Right,
dude. I mean, hey, if you're gonna frame that, might as well frame Downfall taking over the game last game as well. So,
can we frame the Matt Pizza Ornalt? Actually, can we?
Let's not frame that one. That's not a good frame.
No, that is.
No.
Oh no. Well, looks like Mickle trying to hold the wave, but lose almost all the HP bar. Okay, well, got pots, so we'll heal back up. But yeah, besides that, playing the top side, getting the flashes out of 3 of the members in this game, there really hasn't been anything else going on too much. I mean, there was a gank into the bot side, but not really anyone going down. Meanwhile, Xin Zhao gonna be looking to engage onto this vibe. Whoa. What just happened? Did you see that cue?
Damn.
Yeah, that was crazy. Is now Xin Zhao gonna
Wait
be
a
going
minute,
on to
Xin Zhao.
Rocky, but Langmo is here. Needs to be careful. He doesn't have the flash. He's gonna go down. First blood to Langmo. Now Tom Kench, he's gonna be looking on to John F. Kennedy Sr. John F. Kennedy Sr. is gonna be going in. The E coming through from Vi, going to stay alive. And it looks like that'll be it. John F. Kennedy Sr. has the ultimate. When will he use it? The wall comes out. He doesn't have the flash up yet. Nivea getting a decent amount of damage. Downfall walking forward. Trying to get in. Now going to be going onto the Vicar. The knockup going to come through. Cutting off the angle. Force Blade flashes over. And that's the stun coming through. But John F. Kennedy Sr. hits the ultimate. Drags in by. And it will actually become a 1-for-1. Nicely played by John F. Kennedy.
That was a very extended fight. I honestly thought BD was overextending way too far and like they were just gonna get punished, but no, John F. Kennedy was able to pick up a return kill, and Xin Zhao, seeing the opportunity, just head straight for the dragon as the bot lane has the prio, and this should be just first strike going over the side of BDE. No one on the side of AH is there to contest aside from the Jin, but easy first strike clutch.
Yeah, it looks like the dragon going to be going over to the side of BDE. We'll be able to get that one. Gold is very even though. Obviously that mid lane CS and then kill going over to the side of Anivia. Anivia are very strong in this game, so Lengmo definitely set up for success in this game. As we look at the gold here, yep, Lengmo up 400. And actually a lot of that lead also is on the jungle. Vi also up 400. So gold is even throughout the game, but obviously advantages on different people. Now Bickle gonna throw out the binding, won't be able to find anything. Lulu now level 6 is now in the top lane. We're gonna see a 1v1. Bramble is built by Tom Kench, so definitely need to keep that in mind, as that does do a lot of damage to the Urgot. Downfall though going to take a chunk of his HP. We'll heal some of that back up though, and he should be fine in this one. Tom Kench is very balanced. I love that champion.
And yeah, Clutch, like we said, AH Shiny, they have the gold on the people that they want it to be, right? Like, it would be nice if Tom Kench was ahead and AH Shiny, both AH Shiny solo laners were ahead, but the Anivia is ahead in the gold. And now Vi is ahead. Now Vi is able to do so many things. Right? She's able to get their bot lane ahead, and she's able to get their top lane ahead, right? So it just really depends on how we see these two champions further their gold lead, right? And for the side of BDE, their bot lane's been doing pretty well. They haven't been as aggressive as they were, but they have been slowly farming up and keeping up in CS.
Ooh.
And
Rocky in the mid lane. Now, Rocky does have the ultimate, and with Victor not having flash, it could be a disaster. Like, Victor could easily go down here, and it could be a kill. Now, pings are coming through on to the Morgana. Force Spade's going to be hovering that top side. Here we go. The ult's going to be coming down on a Force Spade. That's going to be the gravity field going to be coming down. It's not going to be enough. Lengmo picks up the kill. Nicely played by the side of AH Tyranny. But you have to ask the question, there were pings onto that Morgana. Maybe, you back off of that one. You know the Morgana's coming. You don't know the Vi's coming, but you know Morgana is in the vicinity. Maybe, possibly, they're making a play.
as BDE looking to make a play on top side onto Downfall. This could get turned.
This is really sus. Among Us. As looks like who's going to be the imposter as Tom Kench dodges out of that one. Now, John F. Kennedy does have the ultimate. Downfall does have the thick skin, and that's going to be all from that one. Langmo coming in. The birds flying in. It's the Kite Mat Pizza. Papercraft and Ivy.
Papercraft and Ivy. It is.
That's going to be the stun missing. Flash will be used, but the wall comes out. Rocky running in with the Morgana. It's the Goon Squad coming through, but it's not enough. Oh, the can't find the kill. Ultimate comes through. John F. Kennedy snipes him down, and it's Downfall falling down, and it's a kill going over to the Urgot.
Now, I will be completely honest. Like 30 seconds ago, we saw Urgot Tom Kench take a trade with Urgot, and it was not looking Downfall's favor. And then we look again before that fight started, and I was just wondering, wait, how did John F. Kennedy get this low? Well, what was Downfall doing? But aside from that, John F. Kennedy, these Urgot ults are on point, and I'll be honest, I have not played against an Urgot in a season or so. So I don't really know what to expect from this guy. I don't know if he's gonna be able to take over the game and just team roll through Langmo, or if he's gonna just unfortunately fall the Papercraft and Nivea. But
You
Clutch,
ever do
Mhm.
origami, Matt Pizza?
I have actually back in high school.
Are you cracked at it?
I remember they wanted us to make a paper crane, and I can tell you mine did not look like a crane. It
What did it look like, Matt Pizza?
looked like a snake with like little
Oh,
arms. So
that's
it's
good.
really close. Yeah.
You
As
almost got it.
oh
As
Rocky's just
go
gonna get
ahead, Matt Pizza.
oh my bad, my bad. Rocky's just
Continue.
facing down the Rift Herald.
Yep.
And they might look for a pick onto
Yeah, oh, they're going to be looking for the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao going to get knocked up. Going to be dashing onto that. Anivia knockup comes through from the Lulu to keep him alive. The Wild Growth coming out. Lulu will take some damage, but it's not going to be enough to keep Xin alive. Now that Drake going to be spawning in 15 seconds. Raining Wolves is there. Urgot does have the TP. Maybe we see a 5v5. Langmo can just TP right back for this dragon. Lulu needs to be careful. That's going to be the root coming through. Lulu has the heal, has the flash. Will he use it? Heal's going to be used, but not the flash. Downfall. Force shot comes through, and Lulu just barely survives. He threads the needle, but can't find the kill. Now Anivia going to be top TPing into the top side. That's going to be the dragon going over to the side of AH Tyranny.
and it was really good picks. There were really good pick potential onto both of them, right? Like the Xin Zhao was caught out by the Vi, was forced to burn both his ult and Lulu ult, and then Lulu getting subsequently caught out a few moments later and having to burn both flash and heal. So bunch of summoner spells are down, bunch of ultimates are down for the side of BDE, and H Cherry have room to play around with it. They have the cooldowns coming up. They could look to punish said champions, and we just gotta see how they're doing it. And gold's did more or less even, right? We have a lot of the gold for AHRE onto the Anivia, onto the late game carry. Jin not doing too bad himself, farming steadily, and honestly, Raining Wolves in lane has been consistent as a pause comes through, and you know what that means, Clutch.
We never finished the vegetables, did we? I think we
No,
did, right?
well, I said okra, and hold
No.
on, there was one more I had in mind, but it's escaped me now. What was it?
Not good.
It's not a good look. Whatever it was, corn, solid vegetable, by the way. It's so busted. Like you can make bread out of it, cornbread. That's kind of smacks. You could just
Very
grow
true.
corn, and you can like add some like salt, pepper, boom, beautiful. And then like it's such a versatile vegetable. I swear. Corn OP. Then again, we also do live in the Midwest, so it's kind of like corn everywhere around. So we might be
Yeah.
brainwashed into thinking that.
So, Matt Pizza, do you like play will resume in 0?
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know
Is
when
that
we
good,
get back into the game.
actually?
It is pretty good.
Oh. Matt Pizza,
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're still going to be in the pause. So, I'm trying to think, Matt Pizza. What is well, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
well.
I'll save that one for the next pause because you know
Yeah.
we're getting another one.
We're
This
definitely
ain't the
gonna get a
last
few more.
But yeah, I mean, gold going to be in favor to the side of BDE, about 1K. Now, next Drake, it is the Infernal Soul. Next Drake going to be up in 4 minutes. Baron going to be up in 5. So probably not too much going to be going on for either of these teams. Mythic starting to come through for the side of AH Tyranny. Should be coming through for the side of BDE very soon. As we have the Leandries and the Gale Force for the Anivia and the Jin for the side of the BDE. Probably going to be the Everfrost, and we'll see if it's going to be a Gale Force for the Jinx. But Matt Pizza, game is even. Who are you favoring so far in this game?
So far, I really do like how Langmo has been playing these fights out, right? He hasn't been too passive, but he hasn't been too aggressive to the point where he's getting caught out. He's been playing it as a nice mix, as a Nivea, as a late game carry. And I've seen some insane Niveas in the past, and I've seen them just take over games, namely a little mid laner from my uni, but you know.
Oh, is that good,
But
Matt Pizza?
It is good, but I'm really interested in to see how Langmo is able to like essentially put this game on his back. Jin is there to help him out, right? Jin isn't like super far behind. He's been more or less even with the ADC, but it's just how they play these team fights together. How are they gonna be able to like get rid of this Tom Kench Urgot as
Ooh, here we go. 1v1 in the top side. Urgot just shredding through the HP bar of Tom Kench. Tom Kench is tickling the Urgot. Even has the Bramble and it's just doing nothing. That's how strong this Urgot is right now. So, I mean, John F. Kennedy Sr. last game didn't go so well in the top lane, but this time he does have the tools to carry. So, we'll see if he's going to be able to do it. Again, need to keep an eye on him. Very strong in this game. And obviously keep an eye on Langmo. I mean, it's basically Langmo versus John F. Kennedy Sr. in this game. Like, those are the two carries. We'll see which one's going to be able to output more damage and who is going to be being able to carry this game. 2 minutes until that Drake's going to be spawning Matt Pizza. I honestly think there's going to be no more fighting until then.
I am, yeah, I'll have to agree. Now, one thing I do want to say about this Urgot build, right? He is going either the Sunfire or Iceborne Gauntlet, most likely Iceborne Gauntlet over Sunfire, but then again, I haven't seen an Urgot in a millennia, so I don't really know what to say. But I do know Urgot is a mid game champion. His late game isn't the best, but his mid game kind of nutty a little bit. But Anivia, late game, unstoppable. This bird, her damage, her what is that? What's her ulti called? Froststorm, something like that. Whatever it is, does a lot of damage. And if Urgot is standing in it, then there goes a lot of BDE's presence. Glacial Storm, thank you, producer. Um, but yeah, like these fights, right? Urgot wants to run in, whereas Anivia wants him to run into her. So it's just basically how John F. Kennedy plays out these fights and how Langmo is able to play out these fights as well. Really, like you said, comes down to these two star players at the moment.
All right, we're going to have to see how both these teams are going to play. 40 seconds until this Drake's going to be spawning. I feel like whoever gets this Drake is going to have a very, very strong foothold in the game, as it's most likely just going to be a 5v5 brawl. Urgot will take that top side, so some more gold going to be injected into BDE. Probably won't be able to spend it, though. Maybe he'll back in TP. Does have the Titanic Hydra completed. As now we see the fight for Vision. 20 seconds left. AH Tyranny's starting to walk into this river. Obviously, no Urgot. He's taking that top tower, though, as now Zinzal's going to get caught. He has to burn the ult already, and that's going to be Victor also ulting. So maybe this side of BDE does need to be careful. Meanwhile, Urgot, he's smacking that tier 2. He might be able to actually take it. So he's fine with that. As BDE, they're just going to be going for that mid lane, going to be playing for that tier 2. AH Tyranny going to be taking the dragon.
This is really well played from the side of BD. They're trading objectives. They're giving up the dragon and opting to take the Rift Herald. And Urgot was able to get both tier 1 and tier 2 turret. So the map is opened up as we might see an actual fight. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, BDE obviously trading up on objectives. They got 2 towers for a dragon. You take that any day, and they're going to get the Herald. So definitely work from the side of BDE. H Tyranny, they don't really need to be here. They really need to back off. As Downfall is going to get caught, and Nivea's going to be TPing in, and now the fight's going to begin. Bickle going to be ulting into the back line, trying to buy space. Vi going to be diving in. Now Zinzao looks like he's going to go down. Morgana will fall. Now it's a 4v4. Watch the Nivea. Vi trying to dash out. Will be able to dash out of that one. Need to be careful to not give Jinx those resets. It's just going to be a 1-for-1 in that one. But I feel like, obviously the Rift is already taken. I don't think you really need to go for that. If you are AH Tyranny.
Yeah, I do have to agree. That Anivia TP to me was a little sketchy because if the rest of BDE team followed up, there goes Anivia's. I guess she didn't have a shutdown, but Anivia just dies there. If everyone else was there, but unfortunately for the side of BDE, only Zinzao was there, and we might see another pick here.
All right, could potentially see another pick. I mean, Victor does do damage. Like, he for sure hurts. So do need to keep that in mind as BDE, they are in control in this game, have that 3k lead. There hasn't really been much action. Like, it's been a much slower paced game. Both these teams playing very, very safe. Like, there's 6 kills at 20 minutes. We are playing LCK League of Legends, man. Like,
it is.
This is not the LPL. We're going for the slow, methodical bleed out is what BDE is trying to do. So, it's not very interesting for viewers, but I don't mind teams playing safe.
Yeah, especially like it is a best of three. They just want to get back into the groove of things. Preseason, still trying to figure out what's good, what's not. Just feeling everything, seeing how it works. But this game definitely, the Nvidia is set up for success. But on the same side, BD's top laner and ADC are relatively strong. The Jinx is a menace in these team fights, whereas Jin does offer that long range support, but is not ahead to really take over the game, as Jinx can easily just do that. And
Is it a gap map pizza?
it is a gap. It's just a little bit of a gap, almost 2K gold gap, more specifically.
A little bit of a gap.
A little bit of a gap,
So
as
Urgot gets some damage down. He actually burns the flash, I believe. Okay, maybe trying for the cheese, but couldn't
yeah.
find that, and unfortunately, he's gonna lose his flash now.
Now, if you're Jin this game, every time I play Jin, I hate it when the top laner gets fed, because then it's like, man, I have a lot of AD, but I only have 4 shots, and he has a lot more health than what I can do with 4 shots. It's just like a feels bad, man. But whereas the Jinx is just like, oh, I do not care if you're a squishy or if you're tanky, I'm just gonna hit you and hit you really fast. So,
Is that the
looking
play
a
map
little.
pizza?
That is the play, Clutch.
Very
Now,
good. Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Dragon's coming up in 90 seconds, so we might see a fight around that point.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's gonna be a fight because you know how much these teams really like to fight. Matt Pete says, okay, on the top side, John F. Kennedy, he says, you know what, Morgana, you can get away from me once, but not twice, as he will find a kill onto the Morgana, injecting more gold into him right before the Dragon's gonna be spawning. That's gotta be a feels good, man, if you are the Urgot.
Mm-hmm. And Urgot does have 2 items completed, does have the Iceborne Gauntlet along with the Titanic Hydra, and Clutch, this is a very, very disgusting Urgot that we're seeing right here. And Tari really needs to respect it. Like, sure, the Anivia does have the damage, but at the moment, as it stands, only the Anivia and Jin are somewhat even to like ahead on their team. So these team fights, it's gonna be key on how they play it out and how the enemy plays it out.
Yeah, and now Drake going to be spawning in 30 seconds. It's about a 3k lead for the side of BDE. They have good vision set up. Means AH Tyranny is going to have to face check them in this one. They do need to be careful because if they step in the wrong spot, it could be doomed. Now, Urgot going to be taking some damage. Lulu does have heal, does have the ult, so Urgot is completely fine. Good chunk onto the Urgot. 10 seconds until this Drake is going to be spawning. It looks like Tom Kench is going to TP. So do need to keep in mind in that. But for the side of AH Tyranny, they need to somehow get in, and they're getting zoned off pretty bad, as now we see the Tom Kennedy TP come through. Bickle going to land the root, has the ult, isn't going to use it. John F. Kennedy Sr. is cut off from his team, but looks like it's not going to matter. He's at half HP. Can't really regen. He's zoning them, though, as now the Drake going to be spawned. Here we go. This is definitely going to be the team fight. John F. Kennedy Sr. is going to be going in. That's going to be the ult going to be used. Lengo going to have to flash away. Now, Rocky going to be going in 1v2. Bickle going to be in onto the backside, watching John F. Kennedy at the top of your screen. Jin Foil going to be kiting back. Is going to be staying alive. John F. Kennedy Sr. will find one. Rocky going to be killing or going down. Downfall will take the Jinx. John F. Kennedy Sr. is 1v3ing. Tom Kench also 1v3ing. How balanced is top lane? Please nerf this. As Downfall now running forward, the root comes down. He'll eventually fall. Raining Wolves stays alive as Force Fade trying to get more in this one. The binding comes through, but the flash is better. It's going to be a 3-for-1 for the side of BDE, and they're going to take the Dragon.
That was very interesting. Both top laners just showed up. John F. Kennedy with the Lulu ult just zoning both of the carries of AH Tyranny. Meanwhile, Rocky, the rest of AH Tyranny just going in for the fight, and this Tom Kench Downfall is so tanky. Just look at him just running down the Jinx and just staying alive for so long. But unfortunately, it does not end well for the side of AH Tyranny. With the Anivia gone, they they don't have enough damage to take out the rest of the people on BDE Lucid. Now, they are in such a strong position. The Urgot, 401. The Zen Zhao has a 150 gold shutdown. Like, these two people are so strong and they're so ahead, right? And we see that the Jinx is also so strong. She's 600 gold ahead of the Jin and is able to play out these fights a little bit easier. instead of having a massive Urgot just running at him, she has the massive Urgot and is able to run with him. So, yeah, Clutch, this game is looking like a slippery slope. It seems like BD is starting to pick up steam and they're starting to recover from the mistakes they made in game 1.
Yeah, it's now going to be almost a 5K lead for the side of BDE. Still, I mean, it is a decently close game. I mean, one pick, you get those shutdowns, you get the Baron, you're right back in this game for the side of AH Tyranny. So definitely need to keep that in mind as maybe Tom Kench is caught out. He does face check into that river, will stay alive though. And Vi on that bot side clearing some camps. The side of AH Tyranny, they need to be careful because if they get caught here, it could be very bad for them. As it looks like BDE kind of just dancing in the river. Don't really know what's really going on. Maybe they're trying to set up a pick, it looks like. And they're going to actually just walk over to that mid lane, push the mid lane in, then walk to the Baron, push Vision. I mean, it's just the usual Baron dance, man, pizza.
It really is. And Clutch, one thing I do want to mention is, I don't think we saw this last game, but the objective bodies are... Oh. Alright. But the objective bounties are an option. I don't really know when they kick in, but I don't... Did we see them last game?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so objective bounties could be kicking in soon. Could offer Tyranny the little more gold they need to catch up in this game. The NAVO does have the Archangel's staff upgraded, so it's not looking too doomed for the side of Tyranny. They still have options. They still have ways to get back into the game. It is, after all, only a 4K gold deficit for them, so not unplayable completely.
Oh. They starting the Baron. They are. No, they're not.
No,
they're just
not.
dancing. What's going on? It's a dance, Matt Pizza.
They really want to dance. John F. Kennedy, everyone just don't want to let loose sometimes,
Yeah. Stressful game, Matt Pizza. Sometimes
is.
you just want to dance, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just going to be ping-ponging waves back and forth. I mean, the Drake's going to be up in 2 minutes. I'm assuming that's the next fight. But until then, it's just going to be nobody stepping past their bounds. They're just going to be pushing the waves. They don't want to make a mistake. So definitely need to see around the 1 minute mark who is going to have control of that river. I mean, more like around like the 30-second mark who's going to have control of the river. But around 1 minute, it's like both teams will probably be pushing in Vision, trying to get control of that river. So do you need to keep that in mind as Downfall and John F. Kennedy Sr. are in the top side now. The last fight, we saw both top laners just run into the back line in like 1v3. So, maybe that happens again.
Now, Clutch, what do you think would happen if Downfall is able to keep John F. Kennedy top side? If he's not letting him TP? Like, it would be... If it's a 4v4, right? Do you think AH Tyranny's 4v4 is better, or is better than BDE's 4?
I think it has a better chance of winning. I don't know necessarily if they'll win it, but I think if you take Urgot out of the equation for like taking Tom Kench, I think it's much more winnable. Okay. Because like that is almost all of BDE's gold lead is literally on the Urgot. So if you take him out of the equation, it makes it even. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the 4v4 because I think it comes down to execution. However, with that Urgot gone, yes, I would think the 4v4 would be very, very close. Now, with Urgot in the equation, I think the 5v5 has to favor BDE unless they make a mistake.
Yeah. I was just thinking, because I see both Urgot and Tom Kench topside, and this could be a pick.
Yeah, so that was literally like 5 seconds of CC, and he lost like maybe 1/6 of his HP bar.
Yeah. He's vibing, as TP's probably going to come out from Downfall real soon. Yeah, there he goes.
There you go.
And the fight's about to start, Clutch.
Yeah, fight's about to start here. I mean, you got to keep your eyes on John F. Kennedy Sr. He's their carry player, and you got to, Lulu ult comes through, and yeah, have fun playing the game. The wave was pushed in mid, so maybe you could get this mid turret, but with John F. Kennedy Sr. being that big, it's so hard to ever team fight unless they walk into you, as now the Drake is going to be started. BDE, they do have the river control. They have the angle. And if you're the side of Tyranny, you got to do something, as here we go. John F. Kennedy, it looks like he DC'd. He's going to get Lulu ulted, but he's doing nothing in the fight. Now, worst party ever. Going to be taking some damage. That's going to be the Zinza ult going to be coming through. Rocky going to be going in. Shutdown will come through. Rocky going to be going in onto the backline. They're going to be going on a 4 spades. 4 spades, take some damage. Will he die? Looks like the answer is yes. Now Jinx is going to be going down. They're going to be looking for the Lulu. And will Lulu fall? The answer is yes. Triple, give him the quadra. It's the 4th
Or
kill for the Jin on the team fight.
oh
And John F. Kennedy Sr., the
no,
worst time to DC. He DCs.
he DCs at. Oh, it's so sad. He DC'd right there, and with so much of BD's gold just leaving the game, the Jin is able to pick up 4 kills. Perfect for him. It's just an unfortunate story, Clutch. I don't know what to say. Like, oh my gosh. But the Jin did play it really well though. Raining Wolves, that W snipe onto the onto 4 spades, really solid. Gale forcing forward, picking up another kill. Really well played for the side of AH Tyranny, but still, you hate to see all their hard work just vanish just like that, just because of someone DCing. And they
That's
can't pause in the fight. It's just so unlucky for the side of BDE.
that's a tilter.
And if this is the reason how AH Tyranny wins this game, if I was BDE, I would be a little tilted, not gonna lie, as we're back
Yeah,
into the
and
game
now,
now.
I mean, AH Tyranny can just run to the Baron, right? Like, I mean, everyone's
Mm,
dead. I mean, Urgot can't 1v5. He can take
oh,
maybe one
watch
or
him.
two, but like, he can't 1v5. As I'm assuming AH Tyranny just gonna run straight to that Baron. Yeah, but that's really gotta suck. I mean, it's really unfortunate. There's not really much you can do about it. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
you can't like replay the fight. But yeah, with Tim DCing, I mean, now AH Tyranny back into the game. Probably going to take the Baron. However, Drake did go over to the side of BD. They were able to pick that up, so now are on sole point. So if that does happen again, potentially they could get the soul and come back into this game.
And like I said, Clutch going straight for the Baron, and Urgot can't really do much. They do have double TP. They could look to 2v5 this if BDE so wishes, as Urgot's coming in to check.
Nah, it's gone. There's no way they're going to get there in time. John F. Kennedy Sr. can't get there.
Unless
he's going to try to make a hero play, but there's no way. Yeah.
Ah,
And that's going to be the Baron going over to AH Tyranny, and the gold lane map pizza is even.
it's even now. Unfortunately, all that hard work, all the 30 minutes of hard work that BDE has led up to, gone just like that, and you hate to see it. The gold, Jin, so much gold now. 5-0, 1,000 more gold than the Jinx now. He's gonna hit like a truck, and he might actually do a little bit more than tickling the Urgot, as maybe. Ooh.
Oh, he's not happy. He's in there. He's looking for the Jin, and that's just the. Oh wait, the kill is gonna miss. He'll stay alive. Raining.
Wait,
That's gonna be the coming through now.
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy gonna be trying to run away. Downfall. It's gonna be going in, but oh my god.
The mental. No, that was a tilt play. I'm so sorry to see it. It would have been fine if JFK got the kill, but he didn't. Clutch. That I would be defeated as a top laner if I was him. I would feel so bad. Holy cow.
Well, that's the mental gone. I mean,
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. I think anyone would be tilted, bro. You DC, and then he lives as John F. Kennedy Sr. He's not done. He's looking for the play, but fortunately cannot find anything. So we'll have to walk out of that one, and we'll see how much AH Tyranny is able to get with their Baron.
And he did have to burn his flash onto the Jin kill, but wasn't able to get anything. And now, Tyranny with the Baron, looking to go down mid, looking to crack open some turrets, looking to get some gold back into their pockets, as now that they're finally even, they're starting to get ahead, Clutch. They're starting to steamroll this game. And the late game is approaching. The 33-minute mark has arrived, and Anivia is going to start to do even more damage.
Yeah, here we go. That's going to be sieging the mid tower. John F. Kennedy takes half his HP. As here we go, they're going to be looking for that tier 2. Spades on the flank. I don't know if that's the one you want flanking. He's going to be looking to try to get some poke damage now. And AH Tyranny playing this very safe. They don't want to accidentally throw this one. Jin at half HP. And there's some poke coming through from both the sides. It looks like PD is holding this off pretty well. AH Tyranny now walking forward with Downfall in the front line. He is a beefy boy, doesn't take a ton of damage, but they can't get this tower. They just can't step up to it, it looks like. And, you know, John F. Kennedy, even though he DC'd, he is 4-0. He is very strong. So definitely need to keep that in mind as I don't know how much longer AH Tyranny is going to be able to do this. They need to be splitting. They shouldn't be A-ramming at mid. Like, you are
Yeah.
wasting the damn up. You need a 1-3-1 or 1-4. Put someone in that side lane. Make them pick somewhere, right? You want to
Yeah.
get these outers because that's the standing gold. If you look at the outers, bot lane super low, top lane super low. You want to inject gold into your system with the Baron power plane. With both these towers being super low, it's free gold to the side of AH Tyranny. So I would have liked if they would have played for that instead of just trying to brute force it down mid where BDE is still strong.
Now this could look really
Oh,
bad. Clutch
no.
BD is looking to collapse onto Morgana and Tom Kench.
Yeah, they're looking to clap onto Morgana and Tom Kench, looking to go on to the TK. Now, TK, he has to somehow get out of this one, but John F. Kennedy Sr. is there, probably going to be aiming for the Morgana. Morgana does have CC. That's going to be the dash forward. Bickle, does he have the stopwatch? Answer is no, but he doesn't get pulled back because of the Morgana E. However, it's now a 5v4 with downfall down. He won't be up for this dragon. Vi is topside. That's going to be the soul going to BD.
This could be, yeah, this could just be the soul going over. Unless Raining Wolves makes the miracle play with the current call. It's always a possibility, Clutch. We've seen it happen multiple times on clips and stuff, so I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against the Raining Wolves steal on the soul. And
There's
here
no
he
way.
goes.
There's no way. Yeah.
Ah.
Soul goes over to
You gotta
BD.
believe. You have to believe sometimes, you know. As TP goes out in the top side, Y is able to get the top turret and just runs away for free. Gets John F. Kennedy's TP as well. So not too bad, but they did have to give up Soul. And Elder is up in around 5 minutes, so that could be the game, Clutch.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. We'll see if Elder is going to be the deciding factor. I mean, Baron is going to be up in a minute 30, so maybe we see, Baron be the deciding factor. But John F. Kennedy now level 8, or I thought it was 18, 16 in the top lane, so has that level 3 ultimate. Jin and the Anivia super strong in this game, super close in this one for sure. In a minute and 10 seconds, that's going to be the next timer.
And Clutch, when they were sieging down mid, when they were ARAMing down mid, we saw that the Anivia was doing so much damage to your god. Like, the Anivia is really strong, like you said. So, Urgot, although he's 4-0, needs to be really careful now, because not only is the Anivia chunking, but once he is chunked from the Anivia to Jin, 5-0, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage to someone that low, like Urgot. So, these fights are going to be a lot closer than what we've seen before.
All right, well, damage going to be coming down on to the Lulu, but not enough.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
As
we're just chilling, Matt Pizza. 30 seconds.
we are just chilling, as looks like everybody's starting to get a little excited.
Gonna get rooted, gonna get stunned, and will take literally 0 damage as Jinfo had almost went down the Raining Wolves. Raining Wolves didn't use any sums, and Jinfo had to burn the flash, so you need to keep that in mind as Raining Wolves going to open up the curtains. What will he be able to find? Shots are going to be coming through, and it's not going to be much damage onto the Xin Zhao. Now going to be walking forward. Jinfo at half HP. Bickle needs to be very careful. Could go down as the root will come down onto the Lulu. And now it's just the dance for the Baron.
It's back to the Baron dance, and John F. Kennedy looking to walk into everyone, but Clutch.
They know they're in there. All right, well, that's going to be it.
I kind of thought something a little bit more was going to happen, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's just this Baron dance. We're probably going to happen for like another minute, Clutch. Like,
here we go.
Oh, never mind.
Xin Zhao, and Xin Zhao has to flash away. Now Urgot is going to dash in. If he gets rooted, needs to be careful. It just barely misses. Downfall. Walking forward, making his presence felt. Is going to take a lot of damage. Will use the shield, and will be completely fine in that one. But he is chunked down. Maybe BDE walk into the river, and oh my, Lulu is now half HP.
Tomkin just gonna have to back. He does have the TP available, so he's can be back on this fight, as BD's not really looking to start this Baron. As Clutch, we're doing this Baron dance for a long time. Like we said earlier, both teams like to dance a little bit. They want to let loose.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Come on,
I haven't slept a lot. Like, let's get some action. Oh, Rocky's in there.
It is.
All right, here we go. Rocky going to be going in, has the ult. When will he use it? Who is he looking for? That's the flash on a John F. Kennedy Sr. Won't be up for the Elder. That is an important cooldown coming through on to the Urgot. Now, Bickle in the pit. Maybe a play comes out, and if you're going to be pushing out that mid wave.
Now, Clutch, I'm not saying this could happen, but if this dance does go on for 2 more minutes, the Elder is up. One team could go for the Baron, one team could go for the Elder. Who do you think is better? Which do you think is better for
Elder.
AH Tyranny? Just Elder straight up?
Any team. Elder.
Any team? Alright, that's fair.
I mean, if you're able to get the team fight, you just win it. Like, if anything ever happens, it's just you win. Unless you, like, hard int yourself by misplaying. But with a minute 45, I'm assuming we're just going to flip Elder.
It looks like it might have to be the Elder flip. And yeah, I mean, we've Baron danced for like, what, 2-3 minutes now? And we're just still, nothing's happening. As actually, I might eat my own words, as I think AHR is just starting Baron.
Oh my god, they're flipping burgers, Matt Pizza. As now, here we go. They're just forcing a 5v5. Now they're going to be looking on the Urgot. That's going to be a decent amount of damage down. He's going to be down to half HP, ticking. Now going to be going even lower. Here we go. Curtain Call going to be coming out. They're looking on to John and Kenny. Bickle going to be going in now onto the backline. That's the shutdown. Jim will find the kill. But now he's going to be targeted on the backside. Lanemo going to be peeling. Meanwhile, Rocky going to find Jinx. The answer is no. Jinx to stay alive. Will they be able to win it? 4 spades in there. Jinx ult misses the backline. Barely has any HP. Raining Wolves is in there. If he's able to find that 4th shot, he could get the kill. That heal comes out and keeps him alive. Low HP bars coming through. Umi Wakanai goes down with the electrocute proc. The root misses. Tom Kench is in there looking for 4 spades. Will he be able to get the kill? 4 spades is slows, but need to be careful as now Jinfoil, he's getting that damage room. 4th shot comes through and he'll find it as 4 spades with the stopwatch. Should it be going down? Doesn't have the flash. The ace to the side of AH Tyranny.
And Clutch, after like 2-3 minutes of the Baronet, AH Tyranny does come out on top. The Jin and the Niver playing it so well. Jin's current cup was able to get the Urgot, and this fight was played so well. Honestly, I thought Jin was gonna die right there, but no, he still had to heal up, and 4 spades just unfortunate getting run down by Downfall. Meanwhile, the Nivea just doing so much damage, and having the passive up. And then Jin comes in, bop, and then 4 spades. And 4 spade unfortunately just falls to Thomas Tom Kench, and they didn't do the Baron, unfortunately. I thought they would go straight for Baron, but no.
They didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything. It's the Elder flip, Clutch. They're not flipping burgers.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. They're going to be looking on to Tom Kench. We need to watch Langmo. A lot of their damage actually going to eat the Urgot. It's just Urgot. Urgot's caught. Urgot's dead. And now with Urgot dead, that's all the gold gone. Basically, for the side of BDE, now, you do have worst party ever. Can he get the biggest Baron steal of his career? The man's a rookie coming into this tournament. Will he be able to get into the pit? The answer looks like no. The rocket comes in. It's not enough. Now with the Elder to the side of AH Tyranny, they're going to look to go mid. We'll see if they try to go for the Baron.
And I think they just go for the Baron, and with Baron and Elder, they just looked at the game. Unless, like we said, worst party ever is able to get the biggest steal of his life.
All right, we'll see. Worst party ever. You know. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to be looking for the victor. That's going to be the root coming through. The damage comes through. The burst. Is it enough? Lulu saving the day. 4 spades, though. He goes down to Raining Wolves. The curtain call finds the shot. And
didn't even see the curtain call open up, I'll be honest.
Come on.
I was
Baron going down. 2 kills to the side of H Tyranny. It looks like they're going to be looking to try to end this one.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're BDE, you're so sad. You were up ahead. You were in.
Wait, look at the auto. Look at the auto. Think.
Boop. That auto did so much, actually. Wait, what?
Yeah, more.
Like that other buffed auto. Yikes.
All right, here we go. They're sieging down mid-map Pizza. This could be the game. That's Urgot getting rooted. Now Tom Kench going to be going in with that Elder. It's going to be everyone popping. 2 down already. BDE has to run away. Now with the inhibitor down, it's a 5v3. Jin tries to go in, not able to find it. He has the 4th shot. He gets sped up. W going to miss. Now 5v3. BDE has to pull off a miracle. That's going to be the ult being used from Victor. Finds 1, finds 2. Now it's a 3v3. Jinx gets the resets. Are they going to be able to end the game here? They have the Elder. It looks like they're going to back off. maybe not actually. They're going to try to look to end this one right here, right now. 3v3 at the Nexus. Lengmo, he's going to be able to find it, and he's going to be able to pick up the kill onto Jinx. That should open the floodgates with the Nexus open. Are they going to be able to end the game? The answer is yes. And AH Tyranny takes down BDE. They win the preseason tournament 2-0, and they will be in EDL Season 3.
Clutch, what a game. I honestly, like, when I saw the 4-0 Oregon, I thought we were going to a game 3. It was such a sad thing to see, but keep in mind, if BDE does come back into EDL Season 3, we'll see them again back in February, and AH Sherry, they now have been guaranteed entrance into EDL. We might see this matchup again, and BDE might want some revenge for the crimes that were committed this game, Clutch. Like, holy cow.
What? Oh my. All right. Well, Matt Pizza, congratulations to AH Tyranny. Obviously, a big preseason win. I mean, they're going to get a Hall of Fame, going to get put in there. They're going to get a graphic. They don't get a role, but they get the graphic, and they get minutes to EDL Season 3. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. But just want to say thank you to all the teams that participated. It was very short, but it was very interesting. I hope everyone did enjoy it. Maybe we'll run something like this in the future. But yeah, AH Tyranny able to take the win in the finals 2-0. BDE Lucid, though, still did get to the finals. Looked exceptionally well. With that rookie lineup, lots of potential coming through for BDE. So they could be very, very scary come league time, Matt Pizza.
Exactly. And Clutch, with that ends the silver part of our preseason tournament. And tomorrow, I believe we have the gold part, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and tomorrow is gold. It's going to be Clown Gaming, new team in the EL scene, versus Hyperion Gaming. Everyone remembers Hyperion last season, first seed, but really just did not perform in the playoffs. So they're going to be looking to right some wrongs and win that one. Matt Pizza, do you have anything to say before we head off?
I don't, other than just thanks for having me on the cast, and just stick around. EDL Season 3's right around the corner.
All right. Thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 8 Eastern for EGL preseason tournament finals. We'll see you there.
For the long run, strap in for a long one. We got everybody on one. Now you coming at the king, so you better not miss. And we only get stronger with everything I carry up on my back. You should paint it up with a target. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come get your spoiler. Bodies lining up, think you're dreaming of greatness. Send you back home, let you wake up. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come get your spoiler up ahead. We're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming, my name, you ought to know by now. We're taking over. We're taking over.
除了是傻子，还有其他吗？我左右，键盘琵琶在时间滴答着，还不够。你的固执让我来守候，哪怕太迟也不想以后。就在这时放肆的挑逗。I got the heart of a lion, I know the harder you climb, the harder you fall. I'm at the top of the mountain, too many bodies to count. I've been through it all. I had to weather the storm to get to the level I'm on. That's how the legend was born. All of my enemies already dead. I'm born, I'm ready for war. They know I'm ready for war. I told them we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you calling my name. You ought to know by now that we're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up.